Back via the big podcast with Shaq. I'm going to try to get that produced. I am a conversation between Mike and Isiah, which is honestly be interesting if they get on a podcast together. I wonder what kind of conversation will transpire. I don't think it'll start out as good. Maybe eventually they'll start to talk it out. I don't know. I wonder what will happen. Will the relationship become better in general, or what will happen with this? Comment down below your opinion, though. You can show me anything you want. It's no way you can't convince me he wasn't an asshole. Michael Jordan on Isiah Thomas and the Pistons not shaking hands via The Last Dance, which seems like he doesn't like him. And the previous clip showed that Shaq was trying to get them together and do a podcast, both of them, which I think will be kind of hard to do, but he might be able to pull it off, which he seemed to still be mad all these years later about not shaking hands in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I wonder what would happen if they really actually met face-to-face. Isiah Thomas, I knew his competition was during his playing days. Head-to-head, I was dominant over Michael Jordan until 91, when I basically had a career-ending wrist surgery. It really wasn't a competition there. My focus was Bird, Magic, Dr. J, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which a lot of people over the years have really branded up about Michael Jordan never beating Magic and Larry Bird in their prime and stuff like that during the 80s, or never winning a championship in the 80s, which is a valid point. Isiah Thomas talks about this, that he was really just dominant over Michael Jordan until 91, like he said, which that was the year they finally broke through and won the championship and beat the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. Comment down below your opinion on this, though. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you have the 76ers versus the Nets. I think the 76ers are going to win this game. Ben Simmons isn't going to play, which I don't really know why he isn't, but he's not playing tonight. And then Nuggets versus the Warriors. I think the Nuggets are going to win this one, and it's going to be a very close game. It was Devin Booker's first game back for the Phoenix Suns, and honestly, it wasn't that surprising that they got the win. He had 23 points. He had 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Honestly, amazing game. The final score was Suns 111-90 Miami Heat. They got up pretty much in the third and fourth quarter. They got off to an insane start, and pretty much offensively, they really couldn't be stopped. The Miami Heat weren't playing that great of defense and really couldn't score at all for most of the game. And Devin Booker and the Suns were really just playing great the whole time, shooting the ball well, and really stopping them from scoring. Donovich had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 6 3-pointers made. Honestly, a great game from him. The Jazz had a great game against the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers had some of their players injured. Anthony Simons didn't play last night. That could have been most of it, but I still feel like they probably would have beat him by 20 points or something like that. I think the Jazz are just a better team. The final score was 123 Jazz to 85. It really wasn't close at all. None of the time during last night. Probably the first closest score was when Portland scored in, was 2-0. That was probably the closest score they had. And that was the only lead they probably had the whole game.